Meet is over here in the Maravich Center, LSU in Kentucky. It was a great meet in front of a packed house. We have all of the highlights coming up for you inside LSU Gymnastics. And also, we'll look back on Friday night when the Tigers were in St. Charles, Missouri. Oh, what a show coming up right now.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you each week by Women's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Women's Hospital. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue. Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate to LSU. Go Tigers! And by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Call David today to get pre-approved. 225-921-8152. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Williamson Cosmetic Center and Paranac Aesthetic Surgery, where you'll always place first with us.
Welcome, Tiger fans, inside LSU Gymnastics. We are actually inside the Maravich Center with head coach Dee Dee Bro. I'm Mike Smith. We have just wrapped up an amazing meet in the Southeastern Conference against the Kentucky Wildcats, and all of those great highlights are coming up for you. But Dee Dee, you've had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
2 scores well in excess of 197. These Tigers have really gotten their game faces and really have gotten their feet under them in the last couple of meets.
Well, you know, going to the gym quarters, it's something that we really enjoy doing. It's their Mardi Gras meet. It's an invitational, but it's on a podium. And our message to the team was we want to relax. We want to enjoy this competition. We need a good score, but we don't want to focus on the scores. What we want to do is focus on momentum. And I could feel it happening, and you know the entire coaching staff could feel it happening. And you know when you watch the kids during the meet, and I'm kind of standing back looking at the backside of the kids and the back of their heads, there was so much fun going on, and it was such an intrinsic experience for all of them. Every performance, they were each of them all in. And you know we started on vaulting and did some beautiful vaults. Happy to have Kennedy Edney back in that lineup, and it took the pressure off of Ruby. I felt like we, from our first person to our 6th person, our vaulting lineup has really begun to look like itself.
All these great highlights brought to you by our sponsors at TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm so tongue-tied right now. This was an amazing meet.
Well, Mike, you would have been tongue-tied if you'd have been there, and you would have seen and heard what happened when Kaya Johnson did her double full and just absolutely darted that thing in the mat. The place went crazy. There was no doubt, and it's been all over the Twitter
and the social media world.
But that just started the momentum. Kennedy goes, does a beautiful vault, and then we moved to bars, and every dismount stuck.
That's right.
It was beautiful bars.
You're 99 points at the halfway point of the meet,
yeah,
the first time this season.
Where you want to be.
That's right, where you want to be. And then, of course, you know, then you have to eye that balance beam. You've got to find that center, as you always like to say, and the Tigers did that in spades.
You know, it was a new podium, so it wasn't jumping around. The balance beam was nice and solid on that podium. The kids felt it, but they grabbed the momentum and went to balance beam from bars and stuck dismounts. They were very confident, very sure of themselves. The crowd got into it. To say it again, the team, it was a very intrinsic experience for the entire team. Highlighted by a 9.875 from Sammy Durante, and then a pair of 9.9s or better at the end of that beam lineup, Dee Dee, with Kaya Johnson and Reagan Campbell. They were beautiful, but I tell you what, when you mentally and physically put as much emotion into a competition, you're taking that to floor, and they were lights out. 49.5 on the floor exercise. You absolutely burned the floor down there in St. Charles. And I'll tell you, it seemed like that the Tigers never let up. You never took a breath and you just pushed one from one. They never did, but there was no reason to ever let up. The momentum just carried, just went on through. Got Desiderio back on floor, which we were really happy about. We left Ruby in that first spot, went with Desiderio, and then it just got better from there. The Tigers 197-875 at the gym quarters quad meet. 3 big wins and a big score, a season-high score. So much more right around the corner inside LSU Gymnastics. Don't turn that dial.
When you're expecting, you have expectations. But what if there was more? What if your caregivers were your teachers and your cheerleaders, and they helped you plan and prepare so you can have a voice in your care? This is the experience of a lifetime, and experience matters. Your experience starts with the Pregnancy Navigator at Women's Hospital.
At BMW, we didn't make just one SAV, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. With unmatched power, luxury, and performance, the BMW X-Range is prepared for any road you travel. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there. Get exceptional offers from your Louisiana BMW Centers, the official luxury vehicle of LSU Athletics.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Yes! If it weren't for them, this would just be the guy who brings me pizza.
We would have run out of things to talk about a long time ago.
He'd just be the loud guy in 4B.
We'd have nothing in common.
We'd still just be friends.
And we'd all be strangers.
Cox, we're Tiger fans too.
Hey Blakely, it's Ruby. Hey Harper, can you pose like Ruby? I think we got it. Good job. Hey Molly, look.
Gymnastics tickets? Holy cow, they're cheaper than a movie.
Holy cow, be a part of the 2020 season as the LSU Gymnastics team takes the floor in the Maravich Assembly Center. Watch the back-to-back-to-back SEC champions as they compete for 4 in a row. LSU Gymnastics. Earn it. Own it.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by TJ Ribs. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue.
Welcome back inside the Pete Maravich Assembly Center after LSU in Kentucky in a thrilling SEC meet in front of a packed house. Dee Dee, an exceptional performance of the week is often defined by body shape and stuck landings. And when we think about the bar's effort at the gym quarters, 6 for 6 stuck landings, that's exceptional.
You know, Jay's right up there on top of it in the bars. I don't think he realized just how good bars were in that meet, and exceptional performance, going to give it the whole bar lineup, but all those stuck landings, they wore the crown out.
They did indeed. Our exceptional performance of the week brought to you as always by our sponsors at Women's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Women's. Now, let's take a breath and talk about this dual meet here in the Maravich Center against Kentucky on Sunday afternoon matinee gymnastics in front of a crowd better than 11,000 that really enjoyed it.
And a lot going on. A lot going on. Like Saturday, I went to Lafayette and went to the softball game, which was really fun. And I understand, like right now, they're playing right now and they're ahead.
That's it.
So we can relax on that one.
There you go. Can indeed. Of course, the Tigers get their crowd off to a roaring start with an amazing effort on the floor, on the vaulting today in the Maravich Center, Dee Dee, highlighted by a couple of career highs for Sammy Durante and Ruby Harold. And I know we don't often talk about a 9.775 being a career high, but here is a young lady that hasn't been in the vault lineup but like this long.
Oh, it just started this year when Sarah Edwards went out, and Sammy came in one day and said, you know, I want to vault. I feel fine. I think I can vault. She's had knee surgery, but it's getting better. And I want to make sure you see the shape and why this vault, but it's so high, and then she pikes it a little bit. That's where they're getting her. So when you come in here in a couple of weeks, let's see that vault open up, and she's going to get the 9.9 because that vault is beautiful.
And speaking of beautiful and open, Ruby Harold, 9.975. I think it was the best vault I've ever seen Ruby Harold do. It was a career high score.
Well, but she knew all the good stuff that was coming behind her, so she was very relaxed, but it was just high. Her body was stretched out, and bam, you can, I don't know if you got a camera angle on her face, but it is a beautiful thing when she does that.
49.4 for the Fighting Tigers on vaulting to start the meet against Kentucky, but the Wildcats were right there. They had a fine bars effort themselves, 49-3-5 after one rotation. Now, all of a sudden, you're over at the bars. We just mentioned going 6 for 6 on Friday, and you picked up where you left off.
Well, we did, and, you know, here's where we saw a little bit of fatigue coming in. The kids were really doing a great job hitting handstands, and we had, you know, a great lead off. Kaya went really beautiful routine for us. Some inconsistencies in the scoring. You know, these judges come together and they've probably some of them don't even know each other. So it takes them a while to get the rhythm of being in sync. But I tell you what, Kaya Johnson was beautiful. Kai Rivers, you know, another good routine and kind of a little hop on the dismount. But you can't hold them hostage for that. But Sammy Durrani, best ball routine we've seen thus far.
As a matter of fact, you can't see it, but I wrote the word wow right here on my score sheet today.
It was the best ball routine she's done.
And it was, and it showed. It actually tied her career high with a 9.925 effort today. And then Ruby Harrell comes in the anchor spot and absolutely brings it home.
She did, and you know, everything was beautiful in that routine and moved her foot a little bit on the landing. She's due a 10. And you know, it may happen for our next home event, which is going to be Arkansas
in a couple of weeks. So, you got it right. So the Tigers at 98.825, just a shade off of that magic 99.
We know where that was. It was in those little bit of landings that we got the night before.
And I'll tell you what, we're just getting started. You're not going to want to miss the next 2 rotations here in the Maravich Center. Come on back right after this timeout inside LSU Gymnastics.
Man, shopping at Academy is such an experience. It's like fun you didn't even know you needed. All over the place. It's everywhere. What? Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, so help me if you want to.
I'd love to.
When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. David specializes in helping first-time home buyers, offering conventional FHA, VA, RD construction, and jumbo loans. David takes the hassle out of getting a home loan while making you feel right at home. Lending the way you like it. Call David today at 921-8152. That's 921-8152. David Alello with Assurance Financial.
When company comes to town,
company's coming!
We go all out. All you gotta do is get down here and visit Baton Rouge.
Shrimp po' boy, fried chicken. Man, Academy has the best selection in bait. Oh, gotta get a badonkadonk. What else do we have here? Oh, the twitch and mullet. Definitely. Gone fishing.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
LSU has a vision for tomorrow. One that shows what fierce can do. Out of love for our neighbors and pride in our state, we give all we have. Because ours is a spirit without equal, unyielding, unstoppable, making our big world a much better world. LSU, fierce minds, fierce hearts, fierce for the future.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate for LSU. Go Tigers!
Well, the balance beam, of course, Dee Dee, is the one that's the make or break event. You got your hand on it right here.
It's the real event. I tell the kids all the time, hey, let's go to the real event.
That's it. 4 inches wide, and of course,
and this high off the floor.
And you got to complete this whole routine in a minute and a half, and there's just so little room.
Or less than that. Or less than that. But I tell you what, tonight it was good beam with little bitty mental glitches kind of throughout. And you know, you can't blame the kids because they are giving it all they've got, and they're learning how to go back-to-back competitions.
They really are, but
Yeah.
you know, I wanted to just pause for a moment, Dee Dee, and talk briefly. In the beginning of today's meet, we had a couple of special things. We had a lot of young kids on the floor today participating in an LSU cheer clinic that really sort of shows the next generation what it's like to be an LSU Tiger. And then, speaking of that, we pair it with your 11th endowed scholarship by the Luther family. Two of the biggest supporters you're ever going to find of LSU Gymnastics, Marty and Sherry Luther. Number 11.
Yeah.
Amazing, Dee Dee.
Yeah, and I know where the 12th one is, so don't worry, it's coming.
It's coming. We're going to be there. All the scholarships are going to be endowed. That's your goal.
That's our goal, but you know, we can always add to those endowments. So I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. You let up, you lose.
And you know what? Your Tigers on this balance beam today did not let off. And it started with Christina Desiderio.
Yeah.
How great to see her back on this event.
And back on this event being aggressive.
That's
right. The first time we put her up there, I think she was a little tentative, but hadn't been up. But she's back in the saddle and doing great. So
ties a season high.
Tied a season high, but you know, she's capable. We had a little bit of break in there. She's capable of more, but I'm going to give it to it again. It's a tiny, tiny bit of mental fatigue.
And you guys rolled right through this lineup. I thought, Dee Dee, a couple of the more notable. Sammy Durante with a 9.85. Kennedy Edney also with a 9.85 today with a big smile.
Kennedy had the perfect routine, and then she gets to the end and does not stick her dismount. And like Jay was like, she has stuck 1,000, and now 1,001 she doesn't stick. But you know, she's going to be back in the all-around hopefully by next week. So we're getting a lot out of Kennedy Edney.
49.25 on the balance beam, a solid effort for the Tigers. But of course, then it's the fourth quarter, if you will,
and
when
you know,
here on the floor.
They knew going to floor, Mike, that they had given up a little bit here, and we knew what our target. They knew what they needed to get done, and they always sing that we don't get tired, and we reminded them before we went over there that you don't get tired. So let's get over here and be aggressive in your tumbling and define your landings. Know exactly where your feet are when you come down.
Well, Ruby Harold heard that it was floor time, and she just steps out with a season-high score of 9.875 and really got the crowd juiced up.
She did, and you know, when that first 9.9 went up, I thought, oh, she's going to get it. She's going to break through. But we couldn't ask her to perform better and lead us off better than she did. And then Christine follows her, and Christine was first time in floor was Friday night. So she goes back in tonight, and I think her performance tonight was better than her performance on Friday.
A pair of 9.875s on the weekend, a great way to return back into the floor lineup for Christina Desiderio. Bridget Dean with a really nice score. Then you continue to roll right through, but I thought Reagan Campbell's performance tonight was special.
Well, she broke that 9.9 barrier. All of her landings, her presentation, her carriage, how she carries herself out there and how she performs that routine, the dance, every detail looks like it's been polished. And no 9.9 has ever been more deserved.
There you go. Gets that 9.9, and then you had a little interesting at the end there. It looked like Kennedy Edney was so close to that elusive score over on the floor exercise.
She will get it, but
mishap.
Man, was that double Arabian beautiful?
I tell you, best one of the season.
And she's not afraid to show it. She's not afraid to show her enthusiasm when she does that. And you know, Mike, we were not going to compete Kaya on floor, and I think the fans would have gone nuts. But kind of the same thing we did with Finnegan last year is trying to rest her a little bit.
Sure.
But we can rest her this week. But she went out and did floor, and what'd she go, 9.95 or something? Oh, one judge gave her a 10.
Yeah, 9.975.
9.975. So we were kind of glad that we went ahead and let her go.
There you go. Absolutely, because it helps the Tigers to a 197.5 score. So here, all of a sudden, the Tigers have strung together a couple of meets that are very notable. First of all, you're right back in the thick of this thing in the SEC regular season race. Of course, the RQS is about to come out, Dee Dee, and we're going to talk so much about that here in the next segment. But here against Kentucky, I thought that poise and grit and determination was the difference.
The competitive spirit, you know, it's that earn it and own it. You got to earn it in the gym, and you got to come out here in this PMAC, or you got to come out wherever we go for any other level of championship or even the rest of our dual season. You got to own it. You got to get out here and perform like it's your house, whether it is or not.
Our look ahead is coming up right after this timeout inside LSU Gymnastics.
What once began as an idea, a hope, a prayer, has become real. A mission to serve, a call to heal. and a vision to create a healthier tomorrow
has come alive.
A team of dreamers with one dream.
To build something life-changing for Louisiana's children.
Something special for me,
For you. For all.
This dream created something amazing. A beacon of hope, of healing,
Of home.
what once began as an idea
Has become a shared passion to change the lives of future Louisiana generations. Thank you for believing in amazing.
Thank you for believing in us.
Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital in Baton Rouge.
It's Ford Truck Month, and if this is your kind of day, and this is your kind of truck, then this is your month. Ford Truck Month. Now, get great deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 43 years.
Like F-150 with 0 for 72 and $3,750 bonus cash plus 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
At Dudley DeBosier, we're proud to serve Tiger Nation as the official injury lawyers of LSU Athletics.
To us, that means when one of you gets knocked down, we're there to pick you up.
And hopefully, we're making Louisiana a little safer in the process.
We take pride in fighting for our fellow Tiger fans.
It's a great responsibility, but even a greater honor. Demand Dudley DeBosier, the official injury lawyers of LSU Athletics. 444-4444.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial, lending the way homebuyers prefer it.
Well, Dee Dee, we are in the home stretch here. We feel like that we have 2 meets left in the conference. The RQS gets kicked in this week, and for fans that don't really understand how that works, of course, it's the top 6 scores where the highest is dropped, but 3 of those have to be road scores, and there's a big one coming up against the Missouri Tigers on Friday night. It'll be a late start, 8 o'clock on the SEC network for your Fighting Tigers, but a lot happening this week.
A lot going on, and it's going to give us a regular week. I mean, we'll travel on Thursday, but it's just a matter of keeping this team healthy, keeping them rested, making sure they're doing the right stuff outside of the gym and not stressing academically. So staying in front of their schoolwork so that they're not having to do all-night studying, and that stuff that really wears them down.
That's exactly right. And of course, as we mentioned, the RQS coming out, the Tigers now with a pair of counting 197 plus scores. That is a really big deal because not every team in the top 10 can say that.
Well, we lose the one that we had at Florida because it'll go out as the highest score, but it's only a 10th more than what we got at gym quarters. So now we're carrying a pretty good average, and you also can drop some of those low scores too. So now that we feel like vaulting's back on track and the other events are cranking on all cylinders, we feel good about where we are.
You should indeed. And then lastly, Dee Dee, I wanted to make sure that the fans knew that our big meet on the 28th against Arkansas, tickets are still available, but not very many. So much coming up inside LSU Gymnastics, and we're looking forward to bringing it all to you for the remainder of this season. Wow, what a treat to do the show here today on the floor of the PMAC. They're tearing it down, getting
all
ready?
the activity. I mean, it takes us about 4 hours to get things set up. But what you're not seeing are the people in the stands that are cleaning the stands and cleaning this place up to get it ready for basketball.
It is. It's a full-time effort for a beautiful, fun arena, always packed with Tiger fans. And Tiger fans, you're great to us. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in every week inside LSU Gymnastics. We'll see you next week.
And go Tigers!
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, has been brought to you by Women's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Women's Hospital. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue. Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate to LSU. Go Tigers! And by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Call David today to get pre-approved. 225-921-8152. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. The LSU Sports Television Network is a division of LSU Sports Properties.